and the way that you started talking from the moment that you came in was really amazing to me.
When I start to talk, man, I mean, I like it's like organic because it's part of myself. I would be fully happy if I help people, you know, like I'm like this, and I want to be fully happy. I mean, to giving back, to share what I know.
So when someone's showing you something and they're demonstrating, and they're able to do so with a lot of proficiency, like the way that you jumped up on that box like a cat and he grabbed the other side of it with his foot and he was like, push.
If we want to share something, you need to be the example of what you are sharing, you know? So you need to be the social proof. So me, I'm 48 years old, I'm still dunking, you know? It works. We are losing mobility by sitting on the chair. We know we escape the floor. The floor is the reality. That's the real reality, you know? You take off from the floor.
You don't have chairs, right?
I don't have chairs in my house.
What you mentioned about injury was very interesting.
Yo, man, if you really want to know about your limits, go further. Be injured.
The injury that you had 2 years ago, we kind of said the Achilles, right? But for a lot of basketball players, the Achilles injury is what people think is like the kiss of death. How,
We play with the death. Death only happens to those who have lived.
Where did you learn like how the human body works? Because you are very knowledgeable. You know which tendons connect to what and which muscles do X, Y, and Z.
I mean, it's like this. The secret is to try. Even if you don't know, you will know. You see the body, it reveals. I mean, the body sweat the knowledge. Talk with your body. Show, not tell. That's my letter S. Show to tell. So I'm dunking to tell, I'm training to tell, I'm kicking to tell, and that's better than all your scientific explanation on what is good and what is not good. I beat the world record. I'm the first who kicked the rim more than the dunker, the athlete. I mean, I'm proud of the journey because I was wild. I was close to die because I was like in a gangbanger or something like this, you know, problem, drugs. And I was
when you were in your 20s or something like that.
Yes, they want to kill Michael. Michael survived, and Michael dunk or die. Look, he dunk in his face, one step, like bam in your face.
And he got past Charles Oakley and John Starks first before he got to Patrick
Exactly,
Ewing.
you see,
Yeah.
when you escape from Charles Oakley and all those dogs, I mean, everything is possible after that.
Charles Oakley was made out of elbows only. Like he just would cue up every play.
He started the MMA, UFC.
Yeah.
That's Charles Oakley.
Yeah.
Pat Broch family, how's it going? I know that we have been talking about being less fat, but at the end of the day, we love to eat and we like the food we eat to taste good. That's why we partnered with Legendary Tasty Pastries. As I speak to you with a full mouth, these have 20 grams of protein and 5 grams of net carbs per serving. This is the blueberry. This is one of my favorite. Hot fudge is not on the table, but it's also one of my favorite. But they have tons of different flavors. So on any diet you're trying to do, you can fit this into your diet without going off plan. But,
Big old butt. 3 butts.
it's not nearly as bad as like Oreos or Doritos. It's actually not bad at all.
No, it's not bad at all.
It's not bad at all. So seriously, if you guys haven't gone down the rabbit hole of the Legendary Tasty Pastries, you fucking I love doing this because I get an excuse to eat on mic. You have to. Andrew, how can they get it?
Yeah, the thing is, it's like you'll nail each take perfectly, but you'll purposely mess up so you can keep eating more tasty pastries.
Dude.
No, but seriously, guys, 180 calories for 20 grams of protein. I dare you to find another protein snack that tastes this good and has macros as good as that. You guys got to head over to eatlegendary.com and at checkout, enter promo code PowerProject to save 20% off. Again, eatlegendary.com. Links to them down in the description as well as the podcast show notes.
Yeah, buddy.
Zianimal.
Yeah, we're rolling, Mark.
Hey, man, thanks for coming out. Appreciate it. All that stuff you were showing us yesterday was incredible. So thank you for that.
Thank you for your guys to invite me, to guest me, and to give me the opportunity to show my skills and to talk to more than myself, but to the world. That was amazing.
The stuff that you were showing us yesterday is really cool, and I can't wait to get into that. But I'm a big fan of the way that people talk, and the way that you started talking from the moment that you came in was really amazing to me because it was philosophical. And I love when people, when I get an idea of a person being like just full of like heart, like I can tell that you're all heart, like that this is what you love to do. I could tell the passion was there for it. And then on top of that, you said, when we do these drills, you got to look inside your soul and you got to see what you can find. And I just thought that was really cool because a lot of times we try to follow along with what someone's doing, especially someone like you. You're doing some crazy, awesome things, but then we get excited about it, and then people go out and they hurt themselves. So you can't make something out of nothing. Something's already got to be there. And you said, look, you got everything already inside of you. It's already there. We're just trying to awaken it, right?
Exactly. No, it's really important because, I mean, the soul have everything, you know. Ask to your soul, talk to your soul, and you're going to see the amazing guy you are and liberate all, what you already have. So you need to choose the direction, and the direction is here. You know, you, and you. And this is why, you know, when I'm talking, you know, I don't look at for the spirit, you know. I don't look at for reflecting what the best quote I will tell, you know. Let my heart talk. So that's respectful. And that's, I think, the priority. The priority is to realize that we don't need nothing except spending the time to find a plan, to follow some routine, to build up some routine, and close your eyes and look, search. That was, you know, when I start to talk, man. I mean, I like it's like organic, because it's part of myself, you know, and I want to share that to the world, not only for me, because I would be fully happy if I help people, you know, like I'm like this, and I want to be fully happy. I mean, to giving back, to share what I know, and to make it useful for others. Like this is like a way to achieve posterity, eternity. You know, that's a big dream, to be like you die, but you still here. That's crazy.
Right. A lot of what you were saying, I think, you know, has a lot to do with like, you know, a lot of these things are already within us, but you might need to awaken them because of modern times. We're in chairs, we're in shoes, we're in things that maybe we just shouldn't be doing so much of. And so we got to get into these other positions. We got to get into some of the stuff that you showed us yesterday, which are these positions that I think you named. I don't know if you named them or someone else named them.
7 posture.
Yeah, 7 postures, and they were all named after animals, right?
Exactly, 7 animals. So we got the cat to start, and then we have the cow. We have like plenty, and it's 7 doors to open, to unlock, for a lot of possibility. Each door is like a buffet of something crazy that you can find inside yourself. And also, it's a door open for understanding. Understanding is the master of emotion, is the key, because you need to know your body, to understand your body, and then you're gonna be. It's a too much opportunity to be better. I mean, to know yourself. This is why, you know, those posture is like step by step a way to unlock the brain, because my philosophy is like no brain, no gain. You know, so start with this, you know, and turn your eyes inside, and you're gonna see that all those postures slowly gonna help you to see what the best man you are.
So some people, when they hear you mention the 7 postures, they're not sure exactly what they are. And for all of you who are curious, we'll have the video of Kadour showing us all of the postures up on the YouTube channel, so you'll be able to see what we're talking about here. But, you know, as we were doing it, you were mentioning that some of the 2 important things with these postures is time and patience, because someone's going to try and do the first posture and they won't be able to get into it, right? But you also mentioned something to me that you do this every day. For you, it's like those postures are like, that's your wake up. That's like you breathing. It allows you to just get moving during the day. So how should somebody approach it if they're not at that level to actually even do it yet?
You know, the great goals is to unlock the doors. The posture are a way to unlock those doors, you know, to mobility, longevity. So you have to start. You look at the direction. 7 doors are open. That's the great goals. But to achieve these great goals, you need to start every day with the two tools you have is like the self-discipline and repetition. No matter if you have lack of flexibility, the first position, if you not master the first position, it doesn't matter. You start, and slowly, social tissue adaptation. It means it has to be social every day, self-discipline and repetition. And day by day, You're gonna build your fibers, ligament. That's gonna be natural. But start, and then let's be closer, 1% at a day, and don't look at the result. It's like when you plant a seed, you are not only regarding, looking the seed like, oh, is my son is growing? No, don't worry. Time provide.
Yeah.
Do what you have to do first. What you want to is to achieve these great goals. But what you have to do, it's all about what you have to, what you must do, what you should do. So start really simple, humbly, but make it like self-discipline, repetition every day. The key is the repetition, And the two soldiers we have, is the time and the patience. So by the two soldiers, by the two tools, self-discipline and repetition, you're gonna master, and you're gonna dominate, and you're gonna achieve the mastery. That's this.
Yeah.
When I see my methodology is like two soldiers, two tools, two drives, domination and mastery, and one direction, you. So that's the only direction. I want to unlock all those 7 doors day by day, step by step, with humility. Don't try to, I want to see. No, it's invisible inside. You are not allowed to see. Just do what you have to do.
Yeah.
And this is why no matter if you start, no matter if you are like luck, go and let it go. That's my, it's for me, it's like a way to explain that everything starts with the beginning, first step, and then we'll see.
Speaking of that first step, your step is unconventional, the way that you're taking your step, or at least unconventional from some of the things I've seen more recently. And we've had other guests come on the show and people talk about different things. One thing that's really evident with you is that you're doing something at a really high level. And so that reminds me of like when I was a kid, like my football coach would get down in the 3-point stance and he would be like, no, it's more like this. And he would just smash you and be like, holy shit, like this fat little football coach can really move. I'm sure you had something similar with soccer or something where somebody snaps into a position or whatever. And you're like, holy shit. So when someone's showing you something and they're demonstrating, and they're able to do so with a lot of proficiency, like the way that you jumped up on that box like a cat, and he grabbed the other side of it with his foot, and he was like, push, like sticking to the side like a superhero.
Yeah,
we were all
it's like Spider-Man. He literally, it's like Spider-Man jumped up and just grabbed it with his feet.
We were like, what in the hell? It's amazing.
That's the crab. No,
but it's interesting the way that you were talking about the way that you kind of block energy before you go and do your jump. So if you can explain that a little bit more. How you kind of put your foot out, and your foot is, it's like it's outward. It's not inward.
No, first of all, I want to say that if we want to share something, you need to be the example of what you are sharing. So you need to be the social proof. So me, I'm 48 years old. I'm still dunking. It works, and I rebuilt myself after Achilles tendon 2 years ago. So it was an opportunity to show to the world that my techniques works. And the way that I restore myself, it was an opportunity to show that, hey, I'm going to be the example of what you have to do. Because 48 years old, 46, I start from zero. And then now 48, I'm dunking. So it's the example that it works. Show, not tell. Show and then tell. We are here to tell about what we showed yesterday. We are here to tell about what we are. Leading by example. That's the best way to share the knowledge.
Great way to be a leader. Great way to be a parent.
Exactly. Yep. First you climb, and then you tell about who climb, how you climb. But when you are on the top, it's about you know.
Yeah.
You really know. Theory, practices. Theory without practices, useless.
Yep.
So you're like a donkey who carry books here, the books, because you sweat the books. You sweat the books. That's the real knowledge for me. Theory with practices. And me, I don't have theory. I don't have words. I have only my body to tell. The first and the only way for me to talk absolute. My dunk is all I have to say to the world. I do all my career, and my dunks are talking for me. 360, where my language. Double windmill, that's my absolute language. And now I'm trying to tell about what I did. So now it's time to reveal how I climbed this mountain, and now it's hard for me sometimes to find the real words to say, hey, it works like this, like it's like really technique, like he said, Mark, the foot inside, the big toes, all those, it's really precise, and we cannot negotiate. I have to be there to touch your body, to explain you. You see, we yesterday we were with your guys. I was like, pressing the head of Mark like a kid. I was like, because you have to do like this to unlock the spin. That's really precise. So my approach is like this, leading by example, sharing by example, and also be the example of what you are like trying to learn for the people,
I think one of the amazing things about how you were showing us things yesterday and even today is it's like, when if I were to watch something that you did just in a video and I were to try it, I'd feel certain things and I'd be like, okay, I'm doing it the right way. But when you touched my foot and put it at a certain angle, I had a totally different sensation. And you're like, that's what you're supposed to feel. And I wouldn't have been able to understand that if you, the person who was the expert, who's put in the work, who has done this year after year after year, you saw the little detail and you're like, shift this way a little bit. Yeah. And then when I shift, totally different sensation. That's why it's really important that you have your programs on your website, right?
Yeah.
But you put out a lot of free information. And I think the free information is good. But if someone wants to speed up their progress and really be able to be like, they want to get from point A to point B a lot faster, it's necessary that they understand some of the details that you mentioned. That can't just be, it can't just be something you see and then do. You have to know those details.
And I need to touch your body. You see, yesterday I was on your back and I was like, it was my own body. I was like pulling your bones like this, and I was like, now that's what you need to feel.
Yeah.
And then, if even if you feel some stress, that's the real position. And it's hard for me sometimes to explain by internet. We are not really connected. I would love to be a personal coach I need to live with you. I need to see how you sit on your table, how you eat, how you sit, how the position you sleep, and all those stuff, because that's the real way to be effective. We need to fight against what we are sitting on the chair. Like you say, Mark, we are losing mobility by sitting on the chair. We know we escape the floor. The floor is the reality. That's the real reality. You take off from the floor.
You don't have chairs, right?
I don't have chairs in my house. I sleep on the floor. I'm in the hotel is hard, but sometimes I'm going for a nap. Because when you sleep on the floor, it's like massage. You sleep, but your body is like automatically taking the control, and you know what is good for you. You don't know about your body. Let your body also do his own position. You are moving. That's good for you. Those new material. Like the gun, blah blah blah. The floor is the gun. Use the floor. And that's I think for me the reality roots, like be barefoot. Nothing between you and the floor. No one. So that's the feeling you need, because my methodology is not about to give you the methodology. No, my methodology is to help you to find your own methodology by hearing, by feeling, by listening, by talking to yourself, by building an internal language, because you have to talk to yourself first. And then you're going to be able to say, hey, talk about your dunks but first, if you need to master this and then do your stuff, and then you see, oh, wow, I'm a master. Master, yes. Now you can tell about how you became master, your journey.
Something that's also very interesting. Do you know Ido Portal?
Ido, I saw.
Okay.
Yes.
So you mentioned something to us yesterday when you were talking about your Achilles and when you were talking about injury, because Ido was also on Huberman's podcast. And he said that if his students don't get injured, he's not doing his job.
Yep.
And you said to me yesterday, you said that you don't mind if somebody gets injured, because they're going to be able to learn from that injury. And it's funny because I've seen a lot of coaches take that statement from what he said and even from what you're saying, they're like, that's stupid. It's not good if a client get injured. That just shows that you're not good at your job. But what you mentioned about injury was very interesting.
Yo, man, if you really want to know about your limits, so go further. Be injured. The school of hard knocks is the school of hard injury also. Because when you restore from injury like Achilles or ACL, you're going to be a master of if you able to restore it. And for me, if you want to really know your limits, you need to cross the river. You need to, even if you don't know how to swim, you need to cross the river. You need to try. You will see. You're going to swim like a dog. You're going to be like this. But if you succeed to escape this world and you come back, you're going to be stronger and you're going to know. You're going to really know. You know, because me, I was like, I don't have any teacher, or I teach by myself, by experience. The school of experience, that's the best school, because maybe it's cruel because you know after you're injured, but you really know. And then you're going to know your step, my step. I'm going to be injured here. So the next time I'm going to push it. I'm going to try it. And then you're going to see injury after injury, you're going to be better. So me, I'm not like, hey, you have to be injured. No, don't be scared to be injured, you know? Don't be scared.
Yeah.
So that's the particularity, the risk. Because, you know, we are like looking for some few, you know, average, some few to make us better. So if you play everything on the table, all in. Don't play like security.
Don't
play,
be scared.
Go, dunk or die. It's like, hey, you put everything on the table. You are the player and you are also the money on the table, all in. That's it. So all in means injury. Be ready.
Yeah.
Some of our best medical practices come from people dying. You know, people die, people get hurt, and then they're like, that wasn't a good idea. We got to figure out a different way of doing it.
Exactly.
And that's how you find good medicine and all kinds of stuff. I mean, unfortunately, that's kind of what needs to happen. And sometimes we need to get hurt.
I call it the school of accident in philosophy. The school of accident, you are like this blind, but sometimes you find something. Oh, what is it? That's the solution. But if you are not able to be ignorant, to be proud to be ignorant, I don't know, but I will know. I will search. Because the one who search will find. The one who don't search, never find.
I want to detail, though, the injury that you had 2 years ago. We kind of said the Achilles, right? But for a lot of basketball players, the Achilles injury is what people think is like the kiss of death. Oh, yeah. A lot of basketball players rupture their Achilles and they'll do their rehab, but they never come back. They're not jumping the same. They don't come back. But you were showing us stuff yesterday. You're stronger than you were before. How like
we play with the death. Death, you know, death is the only event in the world.
Yeah.
You know, I say in my alphabet, death only happened to those who have lived. There is only death, you know, because so when you need to handle it. So it knows I work, I'm training, I'm not rushing to die, you know, I'm trying to never die, you know, to push it. So I'm ready to restore myself from everything because I'm already done, you know. It's over for me. It's already too late for me because I know I will die one day. So why be scared about the death? You already die. You're already done. So I'm working. I'm trying to never give up because I know that there is a solution, you know. So I was working really hard. I know that the protocol I have, the stuff I can do, that's going to help me to recover. And that was a crazy opportunity, you know, for the people to say, hey, look, ACL, don't be scared about Achilles tendon. It's not over. Come on. And now everything is looking at me like, wow, it's stronger than before.
Yeah.
How so maybe be curious and go to visit me, and maybe you're going to teach something new, a new approach. Maybe not the only approach, but that approach works.
What were you telling us about LeBron James? Because we've seen people, he walks with his feet pointed out. And,
LeBron James, the duck. You have a new dog walk.
Yeah.
LeBron James.
Was that on Instagram, Mark? Or who posted that?
I think I texted it over to you.
No, got it.
But it's funny,
Or
man.
maybe I did.
It's funny, but it's not. I mean, it's not stupid. You know, it's really smart because you know, people you look at LeBron James, like it's like a clown. No, now he's really smart. The way that he's work, for me, the hip is open, and he's able to. He know how to handle longevity. Because the way he train, the philosophy he put on is about stretching, elasticity, ligament stuff. He's a smart way to work. Because he got ability also to move the hip. By doing his foot like this, the hip is open. Man, it's funny, but it works. Man. I like this look.
Yeah, we're showing a video where a guy on Instagram kind of was making fun of.
I just noticed the beard too.
The style of
The
walk.
crazy actor.
Yeah.
But the interesting thing is like some coaches will look at like the way LeBron walks and the way LeBron dunks, where he opens up, and they always say, "Oh, this is why LeBron gets injured." Like the reason why he does so well is just because he's a freak, even though that's a bad way to walk. But you're mentioning that the way he actually sets up for that dunk and the way he walks is actually ideal for him.
That's his secret, man, and it works. Me personally, I like experience because a lot of scientists, they're gonna tell that. Man, how they can tell about LeBron James is how they can be sure 100% that it's because of injured, because of he's walking like this. Now, for me, I had an opposite way. For me, it's because he's gonna play like 10 years more by walking like this.
Yeah.
So depend on science. I like to. Like I say, theory and practicism. The one who can tell about here is LeBron James only. He's playing, yes or not? He's doing crazy shit, yes or not? He's dunking, yes or not? So be a duck, walk like a duck. It works.
Yeah.
You were also saying that like you kind of jump a little bit that way when you're taking off one foot when you're doing like 360 dunks and stuff like that. Can you explain some of that?
Exactly. When you put your ankle like this angle, put you in position that you're gonna stop the inertia.
Inertia, yeah.
With the bones. Here is like patella. When you put your ankle like this, you're gonna put all the pressure on the patella, and you're gonna not be able to stop you're gonna have too much to your tendon. So by doing like small angle, you're gonna block. And you're going to be able to fix it.
Do some guys go with their feet more inward if they're doing a 2-foot takeoff versus a 1 foot? Or
that's for 1 foot, and that's for 2.
So 1 foot would be 1 foot takeoff is with the foot pointed outward a little bit, and a 2-foot takeoff probably with both feet kind of turned in a bit.
Exactly, Mark. And that's good because you see Michael Jordan was like this.
Yeah, his feet were in. Yep.
And when he attacked the rim like this, he was able to block like this and jump. That's logic. Using the technique, the position, the posture of the body to block the force, the run and bang, generate here, not here.
It's hard to make one statement about one style because of the many differences that we have, like even just in your ankle. Like the way that your ankle moves is way different than the way our ankles move, and the way my ankle moves way different than his, and way different than Andrew's. So, the best way for all four of us to dunk would probably be in accordance to what our ankles can handle.
Exactly.
Because even if I'm just trying to do the same amount of jumps as you, I'm just trying to do the same amount of jumps, not jump as high. I'm going to get hurt if I'm trying to do what you're doing. Exactly. But if I stick to doing what I know is good for me for now, then maybe I can work on the technique and the form over a period of time to do something that will look better. I'll be able to jump higher. I'll be able to have better intensity. But I got to stay in my own lane for a while, right?
So I give you 2 years to dunk, okay? So you're going to fix on your philosophy. But I don't believe in we are equal. I don't believe in equality, you know? We are different. I mean, the sums of the reason, your reason, my reason, your truth, your body, that's the truth, you know? We are different, so we need to really realize that we need to have like a specific approach to study. This is why I say to all people, hey, talk to yourself and you're going to find how you're going to fix it.
Yeah.
Because it's personal for you. So this is why my methodology is to push you to open your eyes to say, no, me, I prefer to do on my way and develop the technique like Mark say. That's really better, smarter to do like this because we are different, not the same story, not the same body. We are equal behind the death. That, behind the injury, not equal. I can react differently. He can react differently. If he have Achilles, we don't know. For me it works. I did in my way to restore myself, but maybe he have another way to restore himself, and he can works. So we need to be really relaxed with this. We are different, and find your way, make it yours by trying. I tried this, it's not for me, not. So I recommend to be really curious and to test different kind of approach.
But also being patient. Like I'm repeating this, but when I see the way your ankles move, recently we had these guys, we love them. They're from this group called GOTA, GOATA. You may know who they are, but like a lot of their big things is helping people unlock their ankle because the ankle should be able to move, right? So my ankles are somewhat locked, right? But as I'm seeing you do some of these movements and I see your ankle just moving around, I know it's going to take me months, if potentially a year or a little bit more. We don't know, but when I was doing the movements you were showing, I was feeling this big stretch near that ankle complex that I haven't felt before doing any of the other things I've been doing, which like that feeling showed me like, wow, this is actually, it's starting to break up. It's starting to be able to move like it should, right? But I have to do that every single day. Like I have to take my time with it. I have to adjust it for my body, and I have to make sure to stay patient so I can somewhat get to some of your level.
So this is why you have to decide. It's a choice. It's a choice. When you really know what you have to do, it's your choice, your responsibility. You are important because you are able to really know what you have to do, but then you have to do it. So take your responsibility, and then you're going to be alone to deserve this result. We are alone. We have to understand that no one will do it for you.
Yeah.
So decide or die.
Try these steps out. Tell me what you think.
So I know.
This is from a friend of ours, David Weck, and I think it's kind of interesting because if you have what I noticed from some of the stuff you were showing yesterday, that when if you're trying to stretch your calves, if you have your foot pointed out and you drive your knee forward, like you won't feel that much from it. If you point your toe inward and try to stretch, for me anyway, I start to feel a crazy stretch in the calf almost immediately. So the Weck thing kind of puts you in that kind of stance. I don't know, it's just interesting.
David is my bro.
He's a fucking genius, that guy.
He's a genius,
I think he sometimes has a hard time describing what he's thinking.
Yeah, but
because he is very smart, and
he's too smart. I mean,
I agree.
So for me, the problem of him is no one can understand, and
it's hard with words.
It's up to us to understand him.
Yes,
because he has too much knowledge for us. So, I mean, it's up to us to describe and to. This is why I was like close to visit him, and I'm gonna do it. Because all. And also, I love his experience because I would love to also build some equipment to stick on my knowledge. We were talking about a kind of table, the table like we use, like you use the box, something like where I will stick on it and try to educate people on 7 posture, something like this, and also add some stuff. But David is. The way also he was like describing me. One day I sent him a video and he was like describing my approach, my technique was a genius way to explain I was like shocked because he find
you're like, I didn't know I did that.
Yeah. He described the technique and he was like, this man is he know me better than me. I was like shocked. So I was like, he sent me those. I have this soles. I tried those. It's crazy, man. I don't know how to say, but David he has to be respected more than he deserves to be like, on the top. He is on the top, not only because of basketball, but I recognize myself on him,
Right.
I'm not him. He's too much. He's too far from me. But yeah.
I noticed a lot of what
I
you were
can
showing
tell.
yesterday was the heels out, quite a bit, especially when you're in that, what is called Seiza position, right? Your heels were out, and then you were like, and then you can just kind of go off to this. It was funny because you were doing certain things, and we were like, yeah, okay. And then you would show us like the next thing, and we were like, no, wait a second. We're out. Like you showed us the stretch on the box, which is something that Kelly Starrett's been showing for quite some time. You had your foot up onto a fairly high box that would be a hard thing to do, like a step up onto. And you were moving your hip around, and I was like, I could do some of that. I'm like, that's kind of a stretch, but I could do some of that. And then you kind of shifted your weight forward a little bit, and then you just squatted right up on it. And I was like, holy shit. And then you did the same thing on the floor when you're in that Seiza position. You kind of leaned to like a side, and then you got up. But it was also off the back of your foot. And I was thinking, the back of my foot is so sensitive. Like I'm such a baby with that. It kind of hurts to feel that pressure, and you're like hitting the ground with your foot and kicking the ground,
kicking hard
and
objects.
I was like, man, I'm a pussy. Like I need to toughen all this up. But then you were doing the same thing with your hands and stuff, and
The gorilla.
you just have toughened up your ligaments and gotten your body used to a lot of these things, right?
Yeah, because this is why the pain is like you feel like a baby when you start, and then day by day you're gonna be like, whoa, man, I become a man. I think I start to become a man, no feeling, and because it's not natural at the beginning, So
Be a deadly guy in some jiu-jitsu, wouldn't he?
Yeah, he'd wreck people.
Like he would not want to tap, right? Which might not be a great thing all the time, but
no, it's amazing because it's hard for me because I have achieve a certain level, so I need to get down from the mountain. Stay small stuff. And then yesterday I was like, my body want to show off. And because I want to be also the social proof, but sometimes also I need to go slowly, step by step. Because it's scary, because when you feel pain and when the movement is not natural, you can scare people. So, in Instagram, I'm like doing like stuff like, wow. But the people are like, it's not for us, it's too far. But this is why I want to break that, hey, step by step. That's the big direction, that's the black belt, of this technique, this, that's the finality. But if you start like by day, slow process, you're going to unlock it. You're going to use to feel this pain. This pain going to be the real communication system of communication you need to have with your body. That is not wicked. That is strong, really strong,
So if you're doing a push-up like that, with your hands this way and this kind of stuff, you're not just, your hands aren't just sitting there. You're like flexing, right? You're flexing muscles.
And also I'm sitting on my bones, This is why I call it camel sit. The camel sit is, you sit on all your bones like this. You deactivate the triceps, you deactivate muscle. So for me, I was like this.
Oh, yeah.
And I was not using energy. I was like, I can stay like this.
Oh, so you weren't like flexing your triceps. Exactly. You were like in a static.
In my bones. So I was sitting like on my toes, big toes. You see, yesterday I do the calf raise, the foot raise.
Yeah.
That cost me nothing, But because I am sitting on the bones, and it's like illusion of wow, it's strong, it's good, but it's not, But first of all, you need to work on the plantar fascia. You need to be flexible, and then you're going to be able to use all your bones and your tendon and your ligament, and that's
really interesting because you're right. It when you're not mobile, it'll hurt. Like even just to crawl on your knees,
exactly.
Someone that's in their 40s, they're like, I'm not getting down on my knees. That's just going to hurt. But a baby or someone or even a developed kid that's 7, 8, 9, 10 years old, they can crawl across the ground, or people that are not in pain can crawl across the ground very easily.
Exactly.
Like you were doing it all day yesterday.
This is why now I feel like a baby. But the baby who like play with your body, and you look at your baby on the floor. He's doing like the position I show you, the camo position, each position, dorsiflexion of toes.
He's not allowed to have a baby. Andrew has a baby.
Yeah, I have a 1.5-year-old.
So,
we got Nsima doing experiments with dogs first, seeing how he handles that, and then parlay into
the
some
dog.
You got to pass that test first. Yeah. But no, like this morning, when you were showing me some stuff, like Mark, you know this, when I do a lat pull down, like my triceps will activate. But so I'm trying to hold myself up. I'm getting real shaky. You know, he's teaching me some of these movements. And I'm like, fuck. And he's like, no. And he showed me, knuckles down, and like not making a fist though, like just kind of being a little bit loose with it, but just allowing you to stack yourself. And yeah, I could hold myself up pretty good, and it felt great. But my question is, like, even with like my lower back stuff, when you were telling me to like, pull my head, my chin down to my chest, where did you learn like how the human body works? Because you are very knowledgeable, which tendons connect to what and which muscles do X, Y, and Z. And then also like the flip side, you can mimic, your knee with like your hands, and like, you know what I mean? Like, how did you learn all that stuff?
By experience. By experience. Like I say, I will not absorb the knowledge. The knowledge is already here. So I need to liberate the knowledge. So by asking, by testing, by trying, die trying. In my philosophy is like train or die trying. And I mean, it's like this. The secret is to try. Even if you don't know, you will know. You will know maybe before to be injured, but also by look, you see the body, it reveals. I mean, the body sweat the knowledge. If you don't sweat, I mean, you don't have. You have the knowledge, but it's up to you to, hey, let's make it outside. Let's try, and you're gonna know. Surely you already know, but you need to reveal what you already know.
And then I like some of the like Ben Patrick will call them regressions. Like you showed jumping right to the floor, getting in that gorilla position, and then you're like, no, like you're gonna start on this box, and then you're gonna go to the bench, and then when you're ready, go to the floor. I think that's great because, like you said, like when people, or Nsima said, like when people see this, they might get wrecked, they might get hurt, but you're like, don't even start there. I love that.
We have steps. Also, the posture, they are like this digression. Like you're gonna achieve the gorilla. The gorilla is the last movement, and you did the gorilla. But you see, but the gorilla is like the great goals. But because when you do the gorilla, you do all the 7 positions in one. You have like dorsiflexion, you have everything, So you unlock the piriform, everything. So my philosophy is like everything is like kinetic chain. So my first animal gonna allow you to the second animal, the third animal. But in fact, each door is a door open to all animal. The cat, by the cat, you're gonna find the cow, the camel, etc., etc. It's like this. Everything is related because that's adaptation. I mean, when I do one exercise, the gorilla, you got like push up, you got core. I mean, in 5 minutes, I want to burn myself. I don't have time.
I love that. Yeah.
I need to survive. It's cold outside. It's -20. I need to work like bam, 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 and then okay, I'm good. But everywhere, like in the plane. I was in a plane. I was like doing the cat. And the guys were like, what he's doing, man? I don't care about you, man. I have a time provider. So the true talent cannot waste time. So the plane is a gym. Everything is a gym. Everywhere is a gym. You are a gym.
Power Project family, I hope you guys are enjoying this episode. Now, Mark, Andrew, and myself have been cold plunging for a while now. We actually use the Cold Plunge XL. But the reason why this has become part of our daily routine every single day is because of, honestly, how good it makes us feel coming out of that water. Now, if you want to take a cold shower, that is beneficial, and you need to be doing that if you don't have a cold plunge. But if you do get a cold plunge that goes all the way down to 39 degrees, it's crazy because Andrew Huberman actually talked about the benefits of dopamine post-cold plunging. Now, cocaine gives you a 2.5 rise in your dopamine release. Cold plunging gives you that also, but it also gives you a sustained higher level of dopamine throughout your day. That's just one of the benefits, as there are many. So if you guys want to get on it, Andrew, how can they?
Oh, yes. You guys got to head over to thecoldplunge.com and check out, enter promo code POWERPROJECT to save $150 off. And before we drop off here, I do have to say that this has been the absolute best thing I have ever done for my mental health. Every single day I get in this cold plunge and I come out a happier, more positive, and more vibrant human. I can't recommend this enough. Again, thecoldplunge.com, promo code POWERPROJECT to save $150 off. Links to them down in the description as well as the podcast show notes.
It's such a different thing to like max out with your own body, like even just to hit the ground and do some push-ups. Like you don't even have to necessarily do reps. I mean, you could hold yourself in a position and you could start to just kind of flex and try to dig your toes in more, or like, You could shift your balance one way or the other, or you could put your hands a different way, and you could have a crazy workout that way.
Exactly, and it's open. I mean, the imagination is illimited. You know, the gift of imagination. When you start to do the cat, I mean, it's up to you to be intuitive and to like your friend with the kettlebell.
Dre.
You know,
Yeah.
Dre, I like this guy. This guy, man, he was like
Unbelievable, isn't
man,
it?
This approach is crazy. That's the real approach for me, to be intuitive and to play by accident. You know, you are injured, try to fix it and look, let the body decide. You know, the body will tell you, hey, I like this, you know, and you're going to create something, and that's going to be the tips. You know, this is my philosophy, you know, stay open. But we have like 7 doors, and it's like the buffet, you know, alpha and omega. All you can do, all possibilities are open to you. And man, no repetition, because I'm like overcoming isometry or static. I'm not doing like full on during all the day, like training like crazy. No, I'm doing like 4 minutes, 2 minutes, you know, but all the day.
We call it microdosing in fitness. Yeah.
Oh, okay. This is how I'm training. You know, I lean. Also, I ask to my body. My body sometimes want to rest. He don't want to be active. Sometimes I'm on a restore mode. Sometimes I am on the jump mode. Sometimes I'm everything. So it depends of my body. It depends of the time and the feedback of yesterday. Yesterday I was jumping, so today I'm gonna pay the price of yesterday. So everything is like, you know, perpetual period. So I need to calculate.
Does your body still get pretty stiff and pretty sore from?
I was asking this morning. You know, he saw me like asking on the bench. I was like, hey. What
do we got today?
What we got today? Do I hurt you or not?
Taking diagnostics.
So at the end of the stretching, I was jumping like crazy. You know? And I was in a jump mode. When I am in a jump mode, I mean I'm in a good shape.
Once you start to move, you're probably pretty motivated, right?
Yeah. You know, day by day, you know, so you have the permission of your body. The permission allowed you to say, hey, go to jump. Or say, oh, wow, okay, I'll go.
Can you explain, because again, kind of going back to the people that might see this and then they get hurt and they're like, oh, I guess it's not for me, or I'm not there yet. But like, how do you start each day? Like, you know, when you're saying you kind of get out of bed and then you start moving around.
When I start, look, I wake up immediately. I am touching my body, my bones, my part. Okay, check up, you know. And then I start to feel, I start to know what I have my answers, you know, what's going to be the day, you know, by asking my body. Those are protocol to not only self-diagnostic, but to know the content of the day. This day going to be, I'm going to walk and I'm not going to run, or this day I'm going to jump, or this day I'm going to do stretching or mobility or something like this, you know. Though, I mean, all those protocol, all those 7 postures is also a way to question, you know, to question and to anticipate the injury. Because when you don't ask permission, you're gonna pay the price.
Yeah. So what I loved is you were saying that, you know, you'll start some of the stretches or the protocol right, like literally in bed and start moving, because what you said in the gym was super powerful. That you might wake up and you'll feel fine, but you know you might not actually be fine. Or you know the way you put it was like you might feel like, oh, today's not going to be a good day, but then you start stretching, you start moving, and it's like, oh, my body lied, but your body lies the other way too, when you don't think anything's wrong, but then you actually do have some issues going on.
So if you don't have a protocol because the body, you know, we call it in French duplicity. Duplicity is mean the body is like talking to you, but in fact it's the opposite, you know. So if you don't have this protocol to ask to your body if it really is good or not good, so you're going to be messed up, you know, because it's a lot of illusion sometimes. By hearing the body, it means sometimes don't hear it. You know, the signs are, I feel pain, but hey, you are good. And sometimes you are good, but you are not good. So watch out. So this is why, you know, when I body awakening, it's also a neuronal awakening, and also a way for me to really know what I'm able to do.
You know what I think is so great about like guys like you, and then like you mentioned LeBron James. There are so many people within strength and fitness who say, "Oh, if you stretch or if you do any of these things, it's going to make you not explosive. It's going to mess with your athleticism." You are somebody who does this every single day, and at 48 years old, you are explosive. You're extremely strong. You can move like an animal, but you're doing it. There are people here talking shit on it, but you're the one who's doing it and reaping the results. And I think that's what I pay attention to. Don't pay attention to the people just yapping about studies. Pay attention to the person who's doing the fucking thing.
This is why, I want to be the example and leading by example. The contradiction, because people are talking words, okay? Words is done for me. Words is nothing, but fact. That's the truth. Only truth. Talk with your body. Show, not tell. That's my letter S. Show to tell. So I'm dunking to tell. I'm training to tell. I'm kicking to tell, and that's better than all your scientific explanation on what is good and what is not good. Yeah. I respect those, but sometimes stay humble, because what you say, you are not 100%, because I can be here to show you the opposite of what you say. Mm-hmm. So the body is like extraordinarily complex, and everything can be, overrated,
Yeah.
Yeah, and how do you know like how a study was done? Or when I was talking with you and when you did your kind of hamstring thing where you tucked your head between your legs like an ostrich, you were saying that you flex your stomach, Exactly. So it's like, well, that's different than someone that's just hanging their arms down, trying to touch their toes. It's just, and then you were pulling yourself through, and then you like grabbed your own hat and pulled your hat through and pulled your head through. It's like, that's just way different than the way that most people stretch. So how do we quantify that versus like somebody putting their foot up on a box, stretching their hamstring?
What I want to say is like, we have standards. The past, all the standards. We need to study the standards. Mm-hmm. We need to extract what's good in the standards, and we need to make it yours. So I'm gonna respect the science. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna respect all the schools, but I'm gonna extract the best from the schools, and I'm gonna also, don't forget to explore. Invisible. That's the doctor.
I'm curious. Do you when you do some of these stretches, do you do them outside at all?
What?
Do you do them outside, like, or do you usually do them inside, like your house and stuff like that? Like you did say you stretch in bed and things like that,
yep.
But when you are normally practicing these things and stretching, do you go outside, like in the sunlight, or?
Yeah, outside, inside, everywhere, on the plane. Mm. Hey, look, I'm going to tell you. Even on the toilet, I'm like...
Just wherever you...
No, I'm a deep squat. I don't sit on the stuff.
Another guy that stands on the toilet.
That's number 2.
Yeah.
I'm like... You see the movie Bruce Lee?
Yeah.
On the when he was like on the airport, he was sitting on the toilet like this. Like on deep squat.
This is what he's doing on the toilet.
Yeah. Imagine walking in on that by accident.
Whoops.
Wrong door.
In Turkish toilet, we call it the position to poo. That deep squat. It's social. Different culture. They don't sit on the toilet. They don't have to. They call it Turkish toilet. Yeah.
It's
Nothing. You
just
like
on the floor.
It's just a hole. Yeah.
And that's the best position to let.
They let it all go out.
Yeah. In Nigeria, there's the same thing. There's outhouses. So like you go out, there's literally a slab, a hole, you do your thing,
So that's that. If you want to have like real result, don't be shy, don't be scared. It's ridiculous, like LeBron James, like the duck, Yeah. They're gonna laugh at you. I don't care, man. I'm an explorator, I'm ready to laugh at me. But look, I'm kicking the rim, at the end of the day. So it works.
You told us a little bit in the gym about some of this, but how'd you get into all this in the first place? How'd you get into all this jumping in the first place?
I don't know, man. I don't want to be the best. I don't want to achieve the first place, The time will put you in the first place if you are in the first place. But what I want is to don't fix any limits and to work harder as possible, and I have some goals, and I'm like kicking the rim with my foot, That was like, for me, I put it not like a dream. I put it like a finality. I mean, because it was a big message for me. It was the first foot on the rim. I mean, I call it kick the dream. You know, I mean, the first foot on the moon. It's like this. You know, the first step for a man, a big kick in the ass for humanity. Wake up, everything is possible. I was like this. I did the record in USA, in LA. I was so proud. So for me, it was also a confirmation that I can be the human, the one. I mean, number one. I mean, I beat some records, and I can also. I'm allowed to talk for the world. I mean, hey, I beat the world record. I'm the first who kicked the rim, so I can tell for you guys. I need to build this credibility. I mean, like I talk, it's strong talk, you know, because like we say, we need to lead by example. So a world record for me was like a good way, strong way to say, hey, trust me, it works. Everything is possible. Look, I don't have genetic, or I'm skinny like crazy, like Bruce Lee, man. No, I want to be like Bruce Lee. I want to be like Michael Jordan. I want to be like, and also respect them, extract the best from them, and do my own. You know, this is why, you know, I was like, it was really important to be, I mean, the number one in something, you know.
Yeah. When did you first start dunking? Like, how young were you when
17.
you 17?
Yeah. It was late because before that I was already like a stuntman. I was like, you know, my body was already like doing crazy stuff because I start with soccer. I have like crazy trainer. He was like 50. He was like kicking the bar. I was like, who is the? And we were running. We were training like 6 hours on Wednesday. It was like I was like jumping over this
You're
man.
a goalkeeper, yeah?
Yeah, I was a goalkeeper, and this trainer was like wild, you know. And they pushed me. I mean, I was 9. I was training like crazy. I say, hey coach, I'm 9. You know,
I'm 9.
Coach,
Like dog, like relax.
I was like, he said, you need to jump over this, jump over this. I say, hey,
Coach,
coach,
like not excuse.
coach, I'm 9. Come on. He said, no, you're going to be a cat. You're going to be like this. I was like, who is this guy, man? I was like crying when I was trying to go to each Wednesday. I was like, Mom, are you sure I have to go to train? Because I don't know if I'm going to survive today. Now it was wild. And for me, it was the door open for the craziness, not the stupidness, because, you know, as I finally succeed, because, you know, stupidness, when you don't have limit, craziness is, you are crazy to be injured. You are crazy to look at something invisible, to search. But, I mean, at the end of the day, you're going to back home, you know? So it teach me how to be crazy. I mean, in philosophy, crazy is the passion. When you love, no time, no money, I mean, everything is easy. Like he say yesterday, we have a talk about this. You know, when you really love what you do, nothing can stop you because you got no limit. You're not scared about the injury. You're not scared about the time. I mean, you calculate nothing, and you gonna achieve the best of yourself. I mean, the excellence. You know, that's the best way. When you love, and the problem is, you know, it's really, you're gonna develop a subjective instinct to achieve your great goals when you love, because you know the direction, you love the direction, and you are working subjectively to your direction, you know. Everything is going to be easy for you. But it's like, hey, we need to push you every day, motivate you. I mean, you don't want it. If you don't want it, man, I will not be the guys who wake up you, knock at your door. Hey, your goals. It's not your goals, you know.
Andrew, see if you can pull up that clip of MJ dunking from the free throw line. So we can bring up the first dunk. This is one of the first ones that you remember seeing that got you fired up and inspired, right?
This dunk opened my mind. Like, I was like, it was like the day I born was this day.
That's sick.
You know, I was 1 year old when I see this.
I know exactly what he's feeling like right now. I remember taking off from the free throw line myself a couple times.
Look at that. Look at that.
Fucking amazing.
Wow.
It's just so cool the way he, like, it wasn't just that he jumped from the free throw line, you know. the way he moves his body, the way he spread his legs wide, the way he just the whole thing's sick.
And Mark, you are a dunker. You are like David, you know. He was like talking about Mike like crazy, about me like
I love
crazy.
basketball.
Man,
I'm a huge basketball fan.
you know, I can see because you know the way you describe his position. You look at that. You see, ba 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 ba. That's a bird, man. That's a bird.
What are some of your top dunks? Like what dunks? Like when you think of like this is history, which other dunks come to mind?
There's got to be a Vince Carter dunk.
Vince Carter.
No, the dunk. I mean, yes, the Vince Carter dunk over Vase. You know, that was crazy. But Michael Jordan over Ewing, that's the dunk. You know.
Fine,
because now you know when you know the story. I think you told me that you were there on the. And that's a crazy dunk because when you see Michael Jordan, they beat Michael Jordan from they give him a hard time, and he was like pissed off. And that was his answer. You know, he killed the gym. The Madison Square Garden he shut it down. And you know he was like defense. They block him on the side. Look. 3 guys on him.
Cut back.
But
Bam.
look at that. No. Damn. That's a dunk or die.
Stares down.
Man.
God, I love that NBA. I want that shit back.
Sure, look at
Play that again.
Oh my gosh.
I wonder if they have a slow-mo. They have
Oh,
a
there we
slow-mo.
go.
There it is.
They want to kill Michael. Michael survive and Mike dunk or die. Look, he dunk in his face. One step like bam in your face.
And he got past Charles Oakley and John Starks first before he got to Patrick
Exactly.
Ewing.
You see?
I didn't even
I wonder if we
think
can see
about
your
that.
face in the crowd. It's young Mark like
Freaking out.
He's on their season.
Probably eating a hot dog.
You're in their season highlight reel.
That's right.
You see?
Yeah.
When you escape from Charles Oakley and all those dogs, I mean, everything is possible after that.
Charles Oakley was made out of elbows only. Like he just would fuck you up every play.
He started the MMA UFC.
Yeah.
That's Charles Oakley.
Yeah, Oak Tree. He would fuck people up. And Starks was, it's John Starks.
Yeah, the league they would smash each other back then. It was super
that-
physical.
That was the league, the real league for me. That was, it was like real fight. They were like everything on it. Man, that was a real battle, Now they protect the NBA, they have contract, injury, blah, blah, blah. Now, before it was like UFC, man.
yeah.
Where'd you grow up? Where were you born? Where'd you grow up?
I'm born in France. No, my parents, I'm from Algeria. I'm the 9th from the 12 brothers and sisters, 6 brothers, 6 sisters, big family. My parents are Algeria immigrant. They come in France in 1963, and I born in France. Most of my brothers and sister born in Algeria. So my father was like working on a factory. I mean, he's like he paid the price of his life to work for us. He was like he say on the documentary that we did about my movie, by my story. He put me he put his sons and like a hat, on his head, like he want to give us food, good education, and in France he was like sacrifice himself, he was like working all the day. He went home, sleep 3 hours, and back to the. I got so much respect. So all my career I'm dedicated to him and to my mom.
Is he still, or are the ones still alive?
No, they passed away, or my mom and my father. So now it's time for me to honor them with the movie Dunk or Die. Now it's like available in all platform in USA. So I'm really proud in Google, Apple, iTunes, blah, blah, blah. And I try to promote by my story that everything is possible, You come from nothing, misery, it's not a problem. That's going to prepare you for heroism, Injury, heroism. Problem, heroism. You don't have the choice. I mean, dunk or die. I prefer to dunk than to die. So I need to find a way to. So I build my legs like wings to travel all around the world.
Have you lived in many different countries?
Yo, I did like wow.
This is the Dunk or Die trailer.
Shit
Very
just makes
cool.
you shiver, bro.
You
Look at that.
can find the version UMW in USA. That's more than the dunker, the athlete. I mean, I'm proud of the journey because I was wild. I was close to die because I was like in the gangbanger or something like this, problem, drugs. And I was
when
like,
you were in your 20s or something like that?
yes, more than before that. So I was like, the code was the violence over there. So if you are not violent, they're gonna kill you. So if you need to play with dissuasion. I mean, show off and show your teeth. If you don't show your teeth, they're gonna kill you. So I was like pushed to develop this surviving instinct. So, and then I figured out that I have this quality of sport. And then I was like, I saw people of brothers die. I was like, okay, I'm gonna be the next. So I prefer to die by dunking.
Yeah.
So I live and I develop more of this, and I be able to travel, and I figure out that I was like really good on what I'm doing. So I put my life on it. I say, okay, now I'm gonna be a guru. I'm gonna be like crazy. I'm gonna be like everything. I'm gonna burn car to have light on the night and to dunk. I was like this crazy, and that make me like achieve the monster I have inside of me. I drive him to dunk. I say, hey, stay the monster, stay violent, stay crazy, but dunk. And I was like, okay, I was like dunk or die at 360 over people, dunk from the 3-throw over the car. I was like crazy. I was ready to die. I'm saying, okay, I'm going to sacrifice myself. I was like doing 360, Jesus Christ, like bang. I was like, okay, now I was like terrifying when I was dunking. I was like, oh, my face was like, wow, this guy is like in drug or what? What? They can feel the anger I have, the frustration, because I want to talk to the world. I want to talk about my people, my people, and I want to be like proud. They're proud of me. I want to honor them. This is why when I was going to the dunk, I was like crazy mad, like boom. And that's helped me to provide some crazy energy that I don't know. It's not me. It's like all the anger, frustration, where like boom and bam.
What country or what area gets the most excited to see you do your thing, to see you dunk?
Manila, Philippines. Philippines, because I recognize myself, the poor people. I was like, wow. I was like pretending that I am poor. When I saw those guys, like a rat living I was like, no, I'm crazy rich.
Yeah.
So I need to dedicate him. That's the real poor for me. I need to show them that they can be like me. So you have a body, you are free. We are equal, behind the success. You can succeed like I succeed. Go build your body like me. I build my body. So I was like showing them like, look, we can do that. You can do that. You can do that. Wow, he's skinny like us. He's not. Oh, the identification. They do like, and that was so crazy for me to be able to show this message of everything is possible. In the Philippines, the people are like, thank you, we understand. Thank you, we understand. We got you now. So let's go. Get out this city. Get out. I'm like you. That was really, really, impact. The impact I did was crazy. Philippines, that I was like reborn. I mean, I have the real relation with the world, because before I was like, it was fake. I mean, I was pretending myself I'm this type of guy, poor victim. I'm not anymore a victim when I saw Philippines. No more.
A really cool thing about you is that, number one, like you're 6 feet, 5'11", 6 feet maybe, right? And when a lot of people look at dunks and look at people doing that, the immediate thing is like, oh, well, they're gifted. They're genetically gifted to be able to do that. But then when you see the way you train, the way you handle your body every single day, and then what you're able to do when you dunk, you can tell that, like, okay, everyone wants to say you're a genetic freak, but the work you put in to be able to move the way you move, that's not just talent, that's not just genetics, that's a lot of detail put into what you do to be able to do what you do.
Exactly. It's a mix of everything, a part of genetic, a part of amazing talent, a part of work, a lot of part of work, time. You know, in my philosophy, I say true talent cannot waste time, you know. And if you want to achieve great goals, you need to start and never give up. I know everybody's telling the same, you know, like this, but it's real, man. The work you have to put on is amazing. And that's the talent for me. The talent is to spend the time, you know. To be ordinary is to don't use the time that you're going to be ordinary. And when you want to be talented, you need to spend the time. And if you want to be a genius, you need to spend the time and do the good choice. You're going to be a genius, but you have 3 choices: ordinary, talented, and genius. So choose, decide. You are the responsible of what you decide to be, you know? So I was not sure that I want to be a genius, but start to be a talented, spend the time. That's the better than to be ordinary, like spectator. You are commenting what's happened in the world, but you are not in the world. You are just like commenting, you know. Be talented, participate, be active.
Where can people go to find like some of the movements that you're talking about, the postures? I know we recorded them, but maybe Andrew can bring a couple up as we're kind of talking about it. And I was also curious if you could put your foot up on the table and you could give us a little demo of what you're able to do with like your foot. Because
like this.
I think,
Put it
like
in
the
front
way
of
that
the microphone.
the way that you're able to move your foot back that way.
Put it on this side. Or,
Like this.
Yeah.
Look.
Yeah, the way that you're able to flex your toes is like even that part is just different from
See?
what we see most people be able to do.
Yeah.
And if you're listening to it on audio, it basically looks like his foot is up completely against a wall, and his toes are just pointed straight up. Well, in this case, to the side.
That's
A lot of flexibility in the big toe. Like the big toe drives back. It's actually shocking that he tore his Achilles with that much mobility through the foot, but
See, that's a
produces
weapon
lots of
over
force.
there. This part is like a weapon.
Yeah, so he'll kick with the ball of his feet, and it's fucking loud.
Yeah, he was kicking like the metal part of the rack.
Yeah, for
boxing
pull-ups
bag.
and shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
And they kick the box.
Yeah,
Came in here and
wild.
intimidated the fuck out of us.
Yeah, because you said that's like another knee, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
You got another
Elbow.
joint.
Another joint. Okay.
Yeah. It's good because when you are like this, you have like extra boost, you know. It's like you have two legs inside your foot, you know. You got the first knee is here, and then you have here, and then you have another knee here, and then another the pull, you know. That's good.
And when you jump, are you thinking about kind of pushing all the way through your toes?
I put first here, and when I
Pressure on the outside of the heel.
When I attack the floor, it's like this, and then by the big toes, and then like boom, you know, this middle part. That's another knee, and then the way to push. I'm not pushing only like this. I'm pushing like this. So I like tatam, and tatam. It's like boom.
that in and of itself is like a super cool thing to understand and a very inspiring thing for anyone who's trying to be able to jump high, right? Because, you know, that is all technique. Like you built your body up to be able to handle those forces, but it's not just that you can just jump. It's that there's a specific way that you're jumping to propel yourself through the air. So it's technique. It's not pure talent. It's pure technique.
Exactly. This is why, you know, it's really complex. You know, even and 1 foot jumper is really technique. If you really want to jump higher, you know. And most of the time the people they are thinking that it's about the muscle. It's about, yes, you can jump with the muscle, but not only. It's all about the biomechanics also, the way you move your body, the way you activate the synaptic chain. That's a
fascia.
world, man. Everything is like, it's like a mix of everything, you know. Power, precision, smart, you know. The brain first. The brain. No brain, no gain, no. The understanding is the master of everything, you know. The brain drive everything.
Yeah.
And we were smart. Smart means the way you're going to activate all your body for one movement. I want to dunk. Talk to your body. You're going to have to all the part of your body to be like this, to go. That's, you have a lot of meeting to do with all part of your body. I say, hey, you're going to play this role. You're going to play this note. You're going to play like piano, like with all the fingers to achieve one finality. That's really deep, but it's the unification you need to find. I mean, like to be like one. I mean, yesterday I was like telling that the mobility is the capacity to close, to open like quickly. You know, that's the mobility. But the mobility is gonna allow you to reveal your body to the world. I mean, to play like crazy. You know. So it's a lot of brain, a lot of research, and the feeling is the way to unlock the brain, you know, feeling, trust your feeling, you know, go intuitive, play like your brother with the kettlebell, you know, it's like crazy smart, you know, because smart means let the body is smart. The body is smart. Listen your body. That's the smart way. Stay involved. Don't decide instead of your body. That's the smart guy, you know, so priority, let the body decide.
What about like if you gain weight? Does it make it a lot harder, or does it not matter too much?
In Algeria, when I was in Algeria, I was like 5 pounds more. I was like able to get up in Algeria. It was like two months ago. I was like, wow, I feel like heavy, you know, and I feel like my body was so this is what I was like happy. I'm saying that's
maybe you were a little stronger at that point. Or something?
Exactly. I was like.
That's pretty impressive what you're doing with the kettlebells right there.
Yo, this is really, that the reload position, that you're going to win so much strength on your legs, quad, glute, ankle. You see the baby surface here? That's another way to push.
Yeah, like unlocking the ankle in the back right there. Like my right one, which is the more stuck one, is pretty sore today. And I've been doing a lot of the GOTA stuff for months now. And so like it's definitely like a level up from like this simple like Seiza child rockers. That shit's oh fuck. That's really hard.
Your son moves around like that probably all day long, right?
That first one, yeah.
Yeah, right.
When he gets up, he just
always
does that
pushes
like that.
off that foot, right? Yeah, it's interesting. And so we stop doing it as we get older.
Do that after we podcast.
Dude, that looks comfortable.
That's a good way to use the kettlebell. I mean, you lift your body, I mean, to change the position. The kettlebells are really good for that. I loved it. It's not, I mean, important that they are heavy, you know, just it was for the equilibrium, you know, the balance you're going to play. And that's going to allow you to put more pressure on the floor. Like this, you're gonna you know, manage the landing.
What were you doing in LA?
I was like invited to organize the dunk competition. Dunk competition for Jordan brand. It was like in a famous Jordan store, you know, in downtown. Cool. So we have like Chris Paul over there, Trevor Ariza, and also we have like tournament 3-on-3, the Jordan League. So they launch a 3-on-3 league, and we were like supposed to, you know, put the vibe with the dunk, and we shut it down, you know. And also I was in Venice Beach with my brother Nick. Nick is like running the VBL. This is Nick, and he honor me like crazy, you know. He give me so much respect.
Oh, that's cool.
Present me. We put the movie on the wall over there.
Oh, that's great.
And I dunk on the bus, you know, the bus one, the hoop bus. That was so crazy, I mean. And this VBL, you know, is like growing up, and that it's for Nick, a good way to promote all the new kids. I mean, all the people, they have like skills, they can go play. We have like NBA guys, they come there. Oh man, and I was like, I had to dunk, and you know cool. what was cool. I was in America 2007 for Slam magazine. I did like a big interview, and I dunk on this playground, and that's now the jacket of the movie. You know, this, and I have to be back over there 15 years ago. And to dunk, I mean, I was like so much symbolic for me. I had to dunk on the same basket, you know.
Yeah.
That was crazy, you know. And I pumped the ball. I pumped it. I smashed it like, bam. I was like, whoa, I still got it, man. That's crazy.
When you first started, like, because like people see you as like the GOAT father of professional dunking, right? When you first started, what was it like trying to make money as a professional dunker?
Like a pioneer, we were like, it was a way also for us to escape the poor background,
Mm-hmm.
to be like a rock star, like to with a show to travel, to let the travel open your eyes to the world, you know.
Yeah.
And for us was not winning money a bit, you know, but for us, you know, the it was new, so all the sponsors were not giving us like crazy money, so it was hard, but we were happy, even if we were not hungry, but we were happy because like we were treated like a rock star, you know. And me, I was especially really affected because I want this microphone to talk to the world. I was like, wow, crazy opportunity to meet people, to see different things, you know, to go to China. We were in all Europe. I traveled in America, Madison Square Garden. We do the show in, you know, I have like opportunity. Spike Lee saw me dunk. Lennox Lewis saw me dunk. You know, they were like shocked. Vince Carter saw me dunk. So I was like, whoa. So it was not for the money, but after, by doing those shows, I figured out that it's time to make it like a sport, because it's more than only entertainment. Because it's really, I mean, dunking is like everywhere now. With internet, you know, every kid in the world, in Brazil, in Ukraine, in everywhere, they are like dunking, you know, they are like hooping. And now I want to use this way to make it like a sport, and to like the real opportunity to make it like a business. They're going to be professional, like the 3-on-3, like the breaking, you know, like the skate, you know. Why not the dunk, you know? Dunk has this power to electrify all the crowd, you know. So it's time for us. I mean, we have this legacy, the story, and this is why, I mean, to be a godfather is not a it's not a praises, it's responsibility. You know, I want to be like the responsible of this activism. So this is why I build like World Dunk Institution, the World Dunk Association. That's an international league that all the community will be unified. We are working on a scoring system, you know, a real way to tell about who is the best, or who, I mean, real ranking, world ranking. It has to be fair, fast, and precise, you know, to tell who win, who lost, who, you see. And then we're going to be ready with good judge, professional judge. And we are on the way. We have all the best dunker, all the amateurs in USA. They are like talking and trying to fix it. We're going to be ready soon. And why not one day in Olympics? And man, it's crazy, you know. When you see I start from nothing, and now maybe we have like NBA of dunk. That's insane, you know. It's crazy.
And some of the new dunkers, because you mentioned one name, but who do you think are like some of the best new dunkers that people need to pay attention to?
For now is Isaiah
Rivera,
because for me it's like, I mean, if I imagine someone who's able to carry this responsibility, I can see he's able to, with his brain, with his level of competition, with this intention for others, not caring about the money, you know, try to also think about the future. Isaiah is close to be the man. This man, I'm 100% is the man, you know. You know, for the story, he have like tattoo dunk or die on his stomach.
Yeah.
Yo, he's dedicated, man. This man is not scared about nothing. We have like a lot of also ambassador like Jordan Kilgannon, you know, is a crazy also ambassador of WGA. But you know,
this is just comical.
Those guys are crazy. So
behind the back 360. What the fuck?
Through the legs.
Isaiah is a monster, and he's working. He's a beast.
That's not fair.
And I think you said that he lifts, right?
He lifts. He have his own way. THP. You know, his own way to his own program. I'm proud of those guys because they build up their own methodology.
Cool.
They have like fans, they have like followers, subscribers. They have like also prove so all those kids who follow them, they have like success. So That's crazy, you know.
You said he lifts heavy.
He looks,
He's just repeatedly touching his head on the rim.
Actually going over. His head is going over
It's
the
like
rim.
his shoulders hitting the rim.
it's above the rim.
Jesus.
Hey, and straight up, he's Latino. He ain't black. Yeah. Like most guys are like, oh yeah, this is a Latino kid.
Puerto Rico.
Fuck, Puerto Rican.
He's fucking launched out of the ground.
Look at that.
Oh my god!
Look at
I
that.
want to beat my chest right now for that shit.
see?
Jesus.
He got his chest on the rim, man. He's and you know he's like improving. He's like improving. But what I like with him is his intention for others. I mean, he really want to help the discipline to be respect because that gonna allow us to money, but good respect. I mean, work, job. I mean, like NBA, you know, they're gonna have sponsor, they're gonna have audience. Everything's gonna be more crazy, you know. Look, he hit his head on the rim, like bang.
Oh, he actually hit his head.
Crazy.
You see the last dunk he did on the Jordan, the Jordan court.
The one that you had posted?
Yeah, no? Yes. In Dunk or Die, you have like the website Dunk or Die.
Okay, I'll go check it out.
I post those 2 dunks. He shut it down. Man, that was crazy.
I'm curious.
I wonder, is it on his maybe?
Is Dunk or Die, or maybe yes.
Let's see.
Did it take a long time for you to?
I'll find it.
Did it take a long time for you to be able to dunk, or were you pretty good at jumping?
I was already pretty good because I was the soccer trainer, and I was.
So when you went to jump, you did. You did.
I grabbed the rim
Okay.
straightly, like and my brother said, "Hey, you can dunk." I was not able. I was ignorant. I don't know about dunks. So when I saw Michael Jordan and Come Fly With Me, the tape, wow, that was the first day I live. You know, so I start to copy and I start to dunk straightly. You know, I was like, I got already the body to jump. And then I figure out that. I say, okay, I'm going to be specific now. That's going to be the rim, me against the rim. And I attack the rim every day, every night also. Sometimes it was complicated for all the people.
Yeah.
Because I was like burning some stuff to have light to dunk, man. They were like, who is this guy, man? And burning I burn a car to have light to dunk.
Yeah.
And the police were after me. I was like, I have a gun. I did some... Man, I was like on the this on the board. They say, "Oh no, we're gonna let you dunk. Go."
Oh shit!
I was wild. I'm not so happy to tell that, but
yeah,
we can be a monster, bad monster. You know, this is why when I figure out that, I say, "Wow, I'm gonna die. They're gonna kill me or something like this." You know, so I need to find a way to positive this, you know. So I say, okay, now I'm going to be the best ever in dunking. I'm going to try and I'm going to escape this, you know, because that was rude situation, you know. And step by step, the evolution of my character, my personality changed. When I first traveled, I was like, whoa, okay, now I can see the big picture. That helped me to realize who am I, and I am not a victim anymore. I have to, hey, calm down. You cannot sacrifice all the gift I have. I mean, the potential I have, the power I have, not the gift. The power I have to affect other people positively to something. I mean, to play like, okay, I say, okay, it's important to travel to see the big picture. If not, you're gonna be, I mean, waste.
Andrew, want to take us on out of here, buddy?
Sure thing. Thank you, everybody, for checking out today's episode. Down in the comments, let me know if you guys can dunk a ball. Maybe what the different sizes.
Softball.
Volleyball, softball, baseball, ping pong ball, whatever it is. Let me know if you guys can. And please like today's episode and subscribe if you guys are not subscribed already. Please follow the podcast at MB Power Project on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. My Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter is at I am Andrew Z. And Sima, where you at?
Yo, guys, share this episode. This was fucking dope.
I mean, and thanks for the shirt. Can people buy this?
That
one's dope.
Like, Zianimal is good.
Oh yeah,
this
got
one's
the pants
fucking
and stuff
sick,
too.
dude. Like,
Oh yeah,
this
these
is
pants
fucking
These
dope.
pants are fucking. I'm wearing them the way you are, but
You see?
they come down.
You got it in dunk mode.
Yeah.
That's my brother. My brother Fit Mintus. Yeah, is here.
Okay.
He's That product is crazy good, but because he's following me, not so much people are able to follow me. So this is following me everywhere because my training, about my training now is everywhere. So
Yeah.
even on the toilet.
Yeah. If you guys want to check this out, it's at what? Fitmint US?
Fitmintus.
Mint U. Fitmintus. You can pull it up.
Yeah,
right
I got it.
there. But check out the Discord, guys, because we're almost at 2,000. So join over there. Link in the description. At Nsima Inyang on Instagram and YouTube. At Nsima Inyang on TikTok and Twitter. Kadour, where can people find you? Or where can people
Instagram.
find you?
Okay. Well, Zianimal Academy, my program over there, or Kadour Ziani official,
Yeah.
Instagram.
We'll link everything down in the description.
Everything's gonna be
podcast,
there.
show notes, all that shit.
Cool.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you for having me. It's a big honor. I feel like. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
This is amazing.
I'm at Mark Smelly Bell. Strength is never weakness. Weakness never strength. Catch you guys later. Bye.